Yo, what is going on, you rattled rolls? That is right. Decidueye is the way to go if you're trying to play some games and make it so your opponent doesn't actually get to play the game and they probably just concede once you set up a Decidueye. But I'm not going to lie. The most fun I have with this deck is when my opponent has multiple outs to KO Decidueyes and we have to kind of sequence our way through setting up a ton of Decidueyes and then also getting them set up to attack as well so we can actually knock out these things that can knock out our Decidueyes. I had a ton of fun with this deck the other day on the stream, twitch.tv/AzulGG. First thing in the description, give it a click, give it a follow. Stream every day except Tuesdays. So of course, if you guys haven't kept up with what the Decidueye has been looking like lately, you've got the 4-1-4 Decidueye. A lot of people don't play the Dartrix, but I was really feeling like I wanted a Dartrix the other day, so I went ahead and threw a Dartrix in here. And then it's been being played with the Inteleon line, of course, 4 Sobble, 4 Drizzile, 1 Shady Dealings, and a couple quick shootings, which are really helpful at helping us pressure things that can potentially hit us, or, you know, just making the game go a little bit faster and actually taking knockouts more aggressively through that extra quick shooting damage that we can set up through the Inteleons. And then we have 1 Snorlax in here as some draw support with that Gourmandize, and we've got quite a few outs to it. We got the Capture Energy. I guess we only play 1 Quick Ball. I was going to say we got Quick Balls and Capture Energy, but I only do play 1 Quick Ball, but we do have the 4 Capture Energy to get into the Snorlax on the first turn, and that's also can be our way to retreat into the Snorlax. You know, we attach it to a Sobble, we attach it to a Rowlet, hard retreat into Snorlax turn 1 after we search it out off the Capture Energy. But we don't use Snorlax every game. We just use it some games. Sometimes it comes up, sometimes it doesn't. So we only have 1 Snorlax in here for that. And then the other cool cards that I think I'd mention is the Raihan, of course, is a great addition to the deck since this came out in Evolving Skies, because we can get set up back to a point where we just don't have any energy in play, but we kind of like not only need to set up a Decidueye, but need to attack with it during the same turn to really pressure our opponent. So Raihan allows us to do that. Raihan, get the energy, put it on a Rowlet, and then we can search for like the Decidueye or the candy piece, whatever we're missing. Roy Candy has the Decidueye, maybe sometimes the other energy, and then attach an energy for turn, and then we're attacking in 1 turn from no Decidueyes in play, at least just a Rowlet to a Decidueye in play. So the Raihan is a great addition. And also the Pokemon Center Lady has been absolutely insane in the deck so far as well. So many like little damage numbers add up really quickly to be able to pressure our Decidueyes, especially against other Inteleon decks where they're using quick shooting or waterfall. Being able to have this Pokemon Center Lady as a response to that kind of stuff, that little damage that does make a difference eventually, is really a big deal. So the Pokemon Center Lady has actually been insanely good. So this has been probably the MVP card so far for me. Maybe I've just been hitting the matchups where I need it, but it's been pretty insane for sure. And yeah, not too much else to say. I guess we're playing Bird Keepers, no research. This allows us to use, of course, the Wind Shard early on in the games aggressively with no energy attachments through the Sky Circus ability on the Rowlet, so we can KO stuff like Sobbles or Houndowers and stuff like that. So the Bird Keeper build has been pretty good. We don't really want to discard anything as well too aggressively with research anyways. And then we still have 4 Marnie in here as well to help us shuffle draw, see a decent amount more cards turn to turn. So that's the list. Let's go ahead, let's get into some games and ruin some people's days with Decidueye. All right, here we go. Getting into our first game. We got the Sobble Star, so we could go for Keep Calling, or we could go for a capture out of a Rowlet. We'll have to wait and see what we top deck and what my opponent's playing. It looks like they are playing Single Strike and what they actually do. Not a very aggressive start, though, from them. So we want to go capture. And I'm thinking about just getting a Rowlet and then going with Keep Calling. I think that's the way I want to go here. I think it makes a ton of sense. We have the Candy Decidueye in the hand next turn. They could go Boss KO my Rowlet, which would kind of stink. But I don't really want to Marnie them if they didn't even have an energy attachment for turn. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. But they could have a Houndoom plus a Boss and then go Mean Look, knockout Rowlet. Hopefully they don't have that. They definitely could. So that's the only thing we're really scared of here. But besides that, looking pretty good. So in this matchup, we really want to aggressively just get out Decidueye. So they can attack us with Houndoom, which can be a little bit annoying. I think the thing that's more annoying than that, though, is they can one-hit KO Decidueyes with the oh no, they got the Gust. Oh, but they could get another, they can get down another V here. Oh, we're probably gonna get KO'd here. Maybe I should have been a little bit more aggressive about getting 2 Rowlet in play. They can get down another Umbreon V here and use that new Umbreon V's Mean Look. Maybe they whiffed though. Here comes the Tower of Darkness. Do they hit? No, there's the Quick Ball. Okay, Rowlet's going down here turn 1, which isn't great. Not the end of the world, but obviously not great. Not the end of the world. Definitely not great. We'll have to find a way to get out some more Rowlets on the next turn. That shouldn't be too difficult, though. And there goes the Energy Excel onto the Umbreon. So the thing that's like scarier in this matchup is definitely the fact that my opponent can just kind of knock out Decidueye with G-Max 1 blow. That's like the scary part, is the G-Max 1 blow, 1-hit KOs that my opponent can pull off. So that's what we're really scared of here overall. Plenty of level balls. I would like to use the Quick Ball, but I don't think I have a resource I would want to expend to use a Quick Ball here. So we're probably going to go double level ball and get out double rallet here. Double ball, and there is still 2 rallets in the deck. And I might recover one with this ordinary rod. I'm actually kind of undecided, to be honest. So we're going to go scoop up net. This thing. Yeah. Okay. Scoop up net. I was like, what am I doing here? I think I will recover another rallet with this ordinary rod. Just do it now. We have 2 ordinary rod, and I believe we're even going to check. Yeah, second one's in the deck. And I might want to be able to get into Snorlax this next turn, so I don't think I'm going to actually bench this Sobble. Because, and I could keep calling if I do with the Snorlax, or even if I hit the Snorlax and I don't want to use Snorlax, I could still do the keep calling. So we'll do this, grab ourselves another Rowlet. And these are the games that I actually have a ton of fun with as Decidueye, because my opponent does have an out. They have they have a ton of gust effects, which can be really annoying as well. There's the Snorlax, and the hand's not too ridiculously good. I'm kind of liking the Snorlax play here. So let's go with Snorlax and just use that Gourmand for +3 cards. But yeah, my opponent has multiple outs and multiple ways they can be annoying. Like I said, early on, there's multiple ways they can kind of be annoying early on to make things difficult for us. These are the matchups that I find a ton of fun to play with Decidueye, where we definitely have to be, manage our resources well. And we're already kind of behind here so far in this one. And we'll see if my opponent actually sets up a Urshifu VMAX or whatever very aggressively or not, or if not really at all, and then we can kind of go from there. We'll see what they actually get off this turn, because they could get another Gust KO on my Rowlet. No boss, but Umbreon VMAX is still an option for my opponent. I'm really hoping they whiff the Gust effect on the Rowlet and just have to hit my Snorlax. I would much prefer that happening, of course, but we'll see what they end up doing here. There's the energy, and they're digging hard again with the Tower of Darkness. Do they find it? They do. The Umbreon VMAX is coming out. Okay, so they're going to get a KO on another Rowlet. We do have the Raihan option now, and we really have to start cutting my opponent off of prize cards at this point. So we're not going to send up the Snorlax, but we could get the KO here on this Umbreon and kind of go from there. So there's the knockout on my Rowlet, and I'm going to go ahead and send up this Rowlet. Go Rowlet, and then we're going to use the... I maybe don't want a Raihan yet. Let's see. No, I think I would be fine going with the Raihan play. So we're gonna go with this. Grab ourselves. Yeah, I kind of want the Rowlet, to be honest. Yeah, we're gonna get a Rowlet here actually. Then we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna grab myself the Raihan and something else. Raihan. I kind of actually want to KO another Rowlet anytime soon. I kind of want this ordinary rod, to be honest. But I could go Level Ball for a Drizzile instead. Not even this turn, but maybe next turn. But maybe I want to set up Quick Shooting a little bit more aggressively to us. I'll also take away their Stadium at this point as well. Use this. Gonna thin out that Dartrix. All right, Raihan to the active. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself that rare candy as well. This is what I was talking about with the Raihan, like making these kind of plays so we can attack on the turn as well is a pretty big deal, to be honest. Attach here, throw that there. Keep her on the evolution instance, and then we can use this to get the Drizzile. And like I said, I think I'm gonna grab the ordinary rod here just to have around, because we are gonna need, like, if they get the KO on the next turn, we're gonna want to be able to recover some stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the... I could just hit the other Umbreon. Oh, I should hit the... I think I'm gonna hit these two here. Have the option to kind of potentially KO the V or the VMAX sooner, but then also I could maybe just KO both Umbreon VMAX, and that could be... Just KOing both Umbreon VMAX could be my 6 prize cards, to be honest. We do play that one boss. I don't remember if it's in the deck or not, but that's like one thing we can look for to do, is just KO both Umbreon VMAXs, and that's game. So we just need to set up another attacking Decidueye, basically. And I'm not really scared of the Houndooms, really. Like, those are attackers my opponent does have, but yeah, I'm not really worried about the Houndooms. That's what I'm worried about, is that Urshifu VMAX. So if they attack with a Houndoom, I kind of knock it out. They lose potentially like 2... Oh, and they have the play here, it looks like. Then here comes the Urn, double Houndoom. All right, so this is where it gets... This is where it gets tough, to be honest. We're going to be able to candy out another Decidueye, and then it kind of comes down. That's 2 Urn gone. How much more energy do they have left? Because when they do attack with the G-Max One Blow, they do discard all of their energy. All of our energy. That would be really bad for us. All of their energy. So our game plan is going to be just set up Decidueye, leave it in the active, be like, okay, can you knock it out again? And kind of repeat that process over and over until the point, oh, here comes a Marnie. So we could whiff the candy Decidueye. I think we're still in a... And the Turf Field might stick as well, which will definitely be helpful. I mean, how many... Down 2 Tower of Darkness. Who knows how many they play? Oh, Tower of Darkness replacement, and our hand is not looking great. This could get rough for sure. I'm not a huge fan of this situation at all. Goodbye, Decidueye. So we're going to send up... Do I want to go into a Snorlax? Not really. but I might kind of have to. I'm gonna send up the Inteleon and see what we draw, and then we have the Bird Keeper. There's a Drizzile. So us getting the Candy Decidueye out won't be too difficult, to be honest. So I'm gonna Bird Keeper into the Rowlet. 1, 2, 3. There's the Decidueye. We got the Candy Decidueye right there. That's perfect. Love to see it. I'm gonna go ahead and attach a Grass, and then I'm gonna go ahead and Shady Dealings here. I'm gonna get the Quick Ball and Quick Ball for. Oh, we're out of Rowlets. Oh man. Okay, can't do that. So we need the Ordinary Rod. So we're gonna get the Ordinary Rod and play the Ordinary Rod. Out of Rowlets. All right. Do both. We can get the Grass Energy as well, I think. Rowlet. Then we're gonna have to. I don't know. Hope they don't KO our active here. And yeah, so we're a little bit behind early, but this is what it comes down to. We'd love to have a Rowlet on the bench here. And usually I feel like the way I win this matchup is I just chain Decidueyes. We just sit here and we're like, all right, Decidueye. We don't actually attack. We just run them out of energy through the G-Max 1 blow is usually, I feel like, how we win. But if they start whiffing in the mid game, start whiffing those urns, or like on this turn if they don't get the knockout, I mean, they need 4 energies. They need both urns to to be able to attack this turn. Otherwise they could like get 1 urn this turn and then get another basic energy or something on the following turn. But we really do need to set up another Decidueye. So we need to get a Rowlet in play to become a new Decidueye. And even then, they still have bosses. They haven't played a boss yet. Who knows how many boss they play? Could be 1, could be 2. That's usually the count that people are playing. And yeah, they're down urns. They only have 1 urn left now. And it could always be prized as well. So they're not going to be able to take the knockout this turn. That's the big thing, is they can't take the knockout this turn. Here comes the boss play, though. Going to be able to get rid of one of my Drizziles. So they get rid of my Drizzile. Now they're down a boss. How many bosses do they play is also another question, like I said. So we're going to send up the Inteleon here. And then I'm going to Bird Keeper into my Decidueye. And hopefully we get into the Rowlet. Yeah, Bird Keeper. I could have played the... Oh, I should have played the Energy Search first. We got the Capture Energy, though. But we don't have anything else to work with. So this is where, once again, is getting pretty sketchy. Should have played the E-Search, Energy Search first. I do have the Quick Shooting Inteleon as well. So, I mean, we can hit the active. I'm going to hit it reasonably hard. It's going to be hard for us to get a Candy on the next turn. They might not be able to attack, though. All right, so Quick Shooting. Let's go ahead and hit up. And I believe I have 1 Scoop Up Net. And I got a couple Bird Keeper left. Okay, so let's go ahead and Quick Shooting. I mean, how much HP does this thing have left? It might take 20 more damage this turn. Let's go ahead and Quick Shooting this, I guess. And this is going to be our 6 prize cards right here, I think. If we go to get 6 prize cards, although I feel like I said, the matchup's probably going to come down to my opponent running out of energy or me just kind of running out of resources. Take another look at their discard pile. They're down 1 boss. Like I said, don't know how many they play. Okay, here comes the Earn for 1 energy. They're going to put 2 more damage counters on their active. And then they're going to get the knockout. They're going to get the knockout, but then they're going to be out of energy. They're going to be completely out of energy as far as single strike. They have 1 here. They're down 2 capture. Oh, so they have 1 single strike and 2 capture left. So they have enough energy left to win the game for sure. Here comes a single strike roar. They do fail it. So Candy Decidueye is going to be our goal here. But I mean, us top decking that is pretty unlikely. We need to hit like a Marnie. If we top deck Marnie into Candy Decidueye, is basically going to be our out here. So I'm going to go ahead and send up the Rowlet. And if not, we can hard retreat to the Snorlax and kind of hope it goes well from there. Just an Inteleon. So we have to hard retreat to Snorlax here. I'm going to burn this. Grab nothing. Still have a single strike energy in the deck. Oh, man. It's not looking good. Retreat to Snorlax. Quick shooting here. I could boss something, but they can't double single strike roar to the active. They already have their scroll on the bench. I think I'm good to just Gourmandize here. And we're looking for Candy Decidueye plus the net, or we got the net. Did not get Candy Decidueye, not even close to Candy Decidueye here. So that is what we're missing. We can play a couple cards next turn though, and if my opponent still whiffs the knockout, we're still in a spot to be able to win this game. So my opponent could definitely still whiff the knockout here, and then we could try and set it up on the next turn. Here comes the Tower of Darkness though, which of course we don't have a stadium for. We only play the 1 stadium. I play 1 turf field. So if they get switch plus attach, plus a single strike roar, they could do that. If we get a Bird Keeper, we could KO this Umbreon though, and that's where they are attaching. They still have a single strike energy. If we do get a Bird Keeper, we could KO this thing, and maybe that's them out of energy. No. Oh, we could boss Razor Leaf it. Okay, hold up. So we could KO that, and then they would have not very many energy left. Not very many energy left at all. And that's my only out, right? To boss Razor Leaf. I don't see another attack I could use, unless I'm missing something. But the boss Razor Leaf looks like it's going to be the way to go. This is getting so close here. I'm going to go ahead and quick shooting the active now. Net the Snorlax, send up the Dartrix. I'll bench the Rowlet as well, and then we're going to boss Razor Leaf this Umbreon. And then hope they can't get the knockout. So the thing is, they can't KO me with Darkness Fang because they'll only do 70 with one single strike energy. Maybe I shouldn't have benches because this would be it. Now they could actually boss KO my Rowlet. So I maybe messed up here by benching this Rowlet actually, because now they can actually boss KO my Rowlet. So I probably shouldn't have benched this Rowlet actually, because they can boss KO it with a Darkness Fang. And even if they don't have the Darkness Fang this turn, because they maybe drew into their single strike energy, it's like more likely it's in their hand than in their deck. So they couldn't single strike roar and attach. They still have to. They can still just go attach, and then boss my Rowlet, which means my Rowlet gets KO'd, which we don't want. We don't want my Rowlet to get KO'd. No one wants that. We're actually close to being able to win through the Wind Shard, though. If I had put one more quick shooting here instead of on the Umbreon, I just didn't think about the Razor Leaf play at all, and I don't know if that would have changed my play. I definitely liked the quick shootings pressuring the Umbreon VMAX there. So I don't know. We'll see if they get an energy attachment this turn. It's really big. They need an energy attachment this turn. Like I said, they don't have a ton of energy left. Usually they play 2 basic energy. My opponent's playing 3 basic energy, so who knows how many capture they actually play, to be honest. We know they have 1 single strike energy left, and we know it's not prized. But usually the go-to energy count is usually 4 capture, 4 single strike, 2 basic. Because they have 3 basic, who knows how many energy they actually play. Okay, they got the capture energy here. Here comes the Marnie. So I didn't have the rare candy in hand, but I did have the outfit of the Decidueye, so the Bird Keeper could have got me there. Let's see if we draw into Candy Decidueye. No Candy Decidueye yet, but I think I am just going to Bird Keeper into Rowlet and then try and draw into the Candy. Yeah, I think I'm just going to Bird Keeper into Rowlet and try and draw into the Candy. I think that's just going to be the move here. Let's see, the most they can do with a single strike roar is 70 damage. They need the boss as well, if they even have a boss left. Because if I play the Marnie, I guess I haven't seen a Decidueye yet either, so maybe Marnie is the better play, to be honest. I'm actually like so conflicted here on what to do. I could attach here, play the Marnie. I'm kind of leaning towards that a little bit more, because this will see me +2 cards. And I mean, I have to draw into my Decidueye and Rare Candy at some point. Rare Candy Decidueye, there it is, and another Decidueye to protect our active Dartrix. I think we maybe did this, and it did exactly how we said. We're just going to run our opponent out of resources, and that looks like... Oh, hold on. The only thing here now is I have to make sure I can attack this Houndoom. Otherwise, I could lose from not being able to attack it. We need to draw into an energy. I don't think there's any... No, there is energy on the bottom of my deck, so I think I am going to play this. I can also thin out this. 3 energy, 4 draw supporters. We also have a Pokemon Center later to stall for a turn. I could evolve the active. It doesn't seem necessary. So I could hard retreat next turn, just in case, to run away. I might want to run away. This thing has 130 HP. It has 100 HP. Where do I want this ping damage? If we KO this Houndoom, we win. So I think I want to ping the Hound. Well, the scroll would make them do... They could damage themselves for 2, maybe 5, 70 damage, right? So they'd already be doing 70. So I think I am going to ping it. And then Razor Leaf is doing 80, so 100 plus a ping. So we wouldn't quite KO through another ping plus a Razor Leaf. So I think I should just evolve here. We're going to hope to top deck energy. And we have PCL to kind of stall for a turn as well. All right, pass over to my opponent. Didn't get the energy yet. We have a lot of outs for energy. Almost half our deck is outs the energy. And PCL buys us 1 turn. So PCL will just kind of buy us a turn. Okay, they had the attachment. They didn't have to use it through the ability. And here we go. Darkness Fang. Can we top deck? And like they stuck in the game, so I assume they have this boss, and there's the boss on my Inteleon. I was like, I assume they have a boss here, and they do. 70 damage. Oh no, we whiffed. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should ping this just so I pressure that sooner. So we're gonna go with. I'm gonna PCL. I don't think they can do +10 damage, but I don't know for sure. I mean, maybe that was a waste of a PCL actually overall. They were probably out of gust effects as well, so that's probably a waste of a PCL. I'm gonna go ahead and quick shooting, just get to hit this. Okay, is the Inteleon gonna be stuck for another turn? Let's find out. Yeah, is Inteleon stuck for another turn? We need a top deck this turn. We need to move this Inteleon. Like I said, we have a lot of outs. We got like 2 Marnie, 2 Bird Keeper. We got a lot of outs. We have a lot of outs. There's the capture energy. Okay, capture energy to the Inteleon. They can already KO my active, so getting Sobble wouldn't really change anything. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Sobble out of the deck as well, because they can KO both these. Bench Snorlax, and then I could just use Gourmandize and get an energy and a switch card guaranteed. My opponent's about a deck out anyways. So I think we have the win here, no matter what. I'm going to Gourmandize. Get the. Oh, I guess I can't play the Bird Keeper. We could play. Oh no, maybe I messed this up then. Maybe I messed this up because I can't actually play Bird Keeper. But my opponent decked out. There we go. There's a concede. So I shouldn't have actually used Gourmandize. I should have just ran to a Decidueye. My opponent was probably losing by deck out, but then I have to still hope to top deck an energy on the next turn. I was thinking I could Bird Keeper to move the Snorlax and attack in the same turn, but that doesn't win me the game. I don't win the game by attacking. So I would need to. Actually, did I have enough ping damage built up on that Urshifu? I don't remember. It's a dub though. It's a dub for Decidueye. All right, getting to go first again. Ooh, our hand was actually pretty good until we didn't open a basic because we could have got out like Snorlax. I mean, I guess we weren't going to be drawing that many cards of Snorlax anyways, though, because we had quite a full hand here. I can't move too many of these cards out of the hand, so Mulligan's not too bad here overall, to be honest. Go ahead, get a fresh hand. Maybe we'll get a better hand to Snorlax out of in this one. Sobble, Rowlet. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna. Wow, interesting hand. We got a lot of stuff, a lot of basic Pokemon. Would definitely love a Snorlax, so we'd have to top up capture energy, but it's not the hardest thing to do, right? All right, so no capture energy, but really good hand. It's gonna pass over to my opponent. We'll see what they do and see what we want to do on the next turn. We have a lot of options through getting out a Drizzile here up against the Rapid Strike Urshifu. Also a pretty close matchup, especially because when they get out the quick shooting Inteleons, they can actually, you know, really aggressively attack with them through the Rapid Strike energy. They can really aggressively attack with them through the Rapid Strike energy. So that's like a really annoying that we have to deal with. And also they're really, I mean, they're really good about sniping off our bench Pokemon as well because they have the G-Max Rapid Flow from the Urshifu VMAX. So they have a lot of great tools, to be honest. We could go with a Bird Keeper next turn, especially if we top deck away to candy one of these Rowlets. I wouldn't mind going Bird Keeper, KO a Sobble, and kind of limit my opponent's options on the next turn because we do have the Drizzile for the Bird Keeper. But I would want to, I mean, I guess I could just hope to hit a way to candy it out off the Bird Keeper, which I might go with. We could also go with a Marnie, but KOing the Sobble off the bench. And now that we have this, we can definitely do it. So I'm going to go with that for sure, I think, here. So we're going to go with the Bird Keeper. And hopefully we find an energy and a way to candy it out. We really want both. 1, 2, 3. Did get there. We did, as long as the energy search is in the deck. We don't know if it is, to be honest. I mean, you guys maybe saw it. I don't know. All right, it is there. So we got both. Wow, really insane draw. One candy out the Decidueye. And then let's go with the energy search. I honestly don't know. Kind of want to scoop up one of these Drizziles to have a Sobble in play, but I don't know really where my opponent would put their focus here with the G-Max Rapid Flow. If they get it, of course, they do have to get the G-Max Rapid Flow. And they are going to need an extra piece this turn because I'm not knocking out their active. I am going to go for that KO on the Sobble. So I kind of want to reset one of these Drizziles. It always feels nice to have a Sobble in play, of course. I think I win shard to take out the Sobble. Because that's going to be the main things we're going to be scared of here is my opponent's Inteleons, right? Because it's not too hard for us to get out the situation. Hey, there's even a capture energy for us to work with on the next turn as well. The one thing about using the net right here, right now, though, is if my opponent does go for, you know, the G-Max Rapid Flow, KO Sobble, KO Drizzile, the Rowlet's kind of stuck in the active, which is a little bit annoying. So that makes me think maybe I shouldn't have used that net there, to be honest. That way I have the option to move my Rowlet for sure on the next turn. Definitely would feel a little bit better now that I've kind of thought about that play, to be honest. Yeah, maybe I should have gone about that differently, to be honest. This is going to get a little bit weird, for sure. The Quick Ball gets rid of the research. Another Urshifu. No Sobble. So does that mean they prized double Sobble? Maybe they top decked one? No, they must have prized double Sobble. Wow, that's actually crazy. That's a big deal. That's a really, really big deal. And to actually get off the attack this turn, they do need a little bit. They don't just have it. They do need not quite a bit, but a little bit. They need the VMAX and the Rapid Strike energy. I guess they could just go VMAX, attack active. Looks like they're probably grabbing themselves their Crobat here. Yeah, there's the Crobat. Do they have the VMAX? Oh, they have another Telescopic Sight, so they're going to draw 4 cards at least. Do they have anything else to play down? The Ordinary Rod. Going to recover Inteleon and the Sobble. So yeah, they must have prized 2 Sobble then. It doesn't really make any sense for them to not get Sobbles there, so they must have prized double Sobble on that last turn. Here comes that Crobat draw for 4 or 5, actually. Do they get the VMAX? If they get the VMAX, they can at least knock out my active, but to be honest, I'm personally fine with that. I'm fine if they knock out my active. I just don't want them to actually KO my Sobble and my Drizzile. I don't want them to have the G-Max Rapid Flow. It's okay if they have the Gale Thrust, though. Definitely fine with the Gale Thrust. They can have that prize card all they want, and it is the Gale Thrust, exactly what we wanted to see. So we're going to be able to get out probably use Marnie here. Need to find an energy for this Decidueye. And yeah, I'm probably gonna go for a Marnie here. So I'm gonna use this. Gonna grab Shady Dealings. Evolve here as well. Then we're gonna go for that Marnie. I could have... no, we couldn't boss KO that because I can't get an energy. I was thinking energy search, but we did just use our energy search, so can't do that. And then Marnie. New hand, hopefully find energy. We want to put the pressure on it. We did find energy. It is capture energy as well, so we could go search ourselves out. Something else to put in play, but I don't really want to put anything else in play when they have access to the Gmax Rapid Flow the way they do, to be honest. So I kind of just want to go with like a quick shooting here. And then almost just like attach grass. Well, if I get anything with capture, their Gmax Rapid Flow will go KO, just I'll KO that. So I could just go attach grass, hold the capture. Or I could still go attach capture, hold the grass. But then I'm going to go attach grass, hold the capture. And then splitting arrow hit here. And we'll have 5 prize cards left. Maybe just hit the crow back because that'll be like an easy 2 potentially at some point. So if I keep hitting that over and over and over again, it'll be potentially an easy 2 prize cards. We'll see. I guess it's not definitely going to be an easy 2 prize cards. But we're in a pretty good spot here. The Decidueye setup, and we got this early pressure on this Drizzile. Like I said, I didn't really want to put another just like something in play they could Gmax. If they want to Gmax Rapid Flow these 2, then next turn I'll definitely capture out something to put in play. They actually go for the Shady Dealings Inteleon, which is huge for us because this means they can't attack us this turn. Their hand must have been really bad to want to go for that because they really need to get to the... They really need to get to... Unless they play Water Energy, I guess. There's an escape rope. I can just send up this Inteleon, though, no problem. Well, maybe I want to keep this around for the quick shooting. Maybe I do want to set up this Drizzile instead. Let them KO the Drizzile with the Gale Thrust. Otherwise, they get to KO my quick shooting with Gale Thrust, which I don't really like as much. I don't want to give them that option, to be honest. But yeah, I'm not... They can't do anything. Like, they can't hit my Decidueye right now. So we're in a really, 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 really good spot right here. Yeah, this one's looking really nice for us. Of course, like they prized double Sobble as well, so they maybe look like they didn't get one of those out of the prize cards though, because they haven't played it down yet. They did recover one of the Sobbles that we did KO early though with the Ordinary Rod, so they do have that Sobble back in the deck. So that Sobble can become a quick shooting, and of course, I don't think we've seen one yet. They could play a Scoop Up Net as well, reset this Inteleon so that I can become a quick shooting Inteleon as well. So that is still a possibility for my opponent. And they have the Gmax Rapid Flow set up, but they're not going to go for it here. Instead, they're splitting up their energy here. Here comes a Marnie. But yeah, once again, I don't really want to bench anything. As long as they have Gmax Rapid Flows online, I don't want to bench anything. We're just going to kind of sit here and hold the hand for a while, I feel like. Here comes the Gale Thrust. Goodbye, Drizzy. But I'm just going to send him to the Decidueye. Not going to bench anything again. I just like don't feel like it's necessary. We got a Bird Keeper, so that kind of stinks that we got it now. Could start to thin out of the deck, but I think I'm just going to chill. Quick shooting the Sobble. And then go with that splitting arrow and then hit this Urshifu and that Sobble. Really put the pressure on that Sobble. Because that's the thing we're scared of here is that Sobble. We're not really scared of anything else. The Sobble is kind of the threat in this situation. So we need to make sure we can deal with that. But yeah, the Gmax Rapid Flows, like we got to play around those as well. Like benching this Sobble here gives him a good Gmax Rapid Flow. Benching multiple things makes it even worse and so on. So don't really want to give my opponent an out until we like want them to be like Gmax Rapid Flow over doing something else. When it's like, okay, I don't want you to attack with Inteleon next turn. I want you to Gmax Rapid Flow. Then we can be like, okay, we're going to play it a little bit different. But until that actually happens, we're just going to sit here, keep doing what we're doing. Because what we're doing should be enough to put us in a good spot. There's a boss, though. So they're going to be able to KO this Inteleon this turn. Yeah, they'll get the KO on this Inteleon this turn. But then from there, I mean, we're still going to... We can hit this with the spread damage and we KO it if it becomes a quick shooting next turn. Which I'm sure is like kind of the play they're trying to set up here. Yeah, I'm sure that's the kind of the play they're trying to set up here. But I really can't bench anything anymore. I feel like I just can't bench anything. I think I'm like all in on this Decidueye. I mean, I could bench like one Sobble. And then if they want to go out of their way to KO it, they can. But like, that's like not that big of a deal if they want to Gmax Rapid Flow one Sobble. So to be honest, if I get like an energy off the top deck here, no energy. I think I'm going to put my Turf Field in play. Remove their Stadium. Take away that as an option for them. Just go ahead and start to thin out the deck, really. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Bird Keeper. Well, I don't mind benching the Sobble then in general. I'm not going to Bird Keeper into it because I'm not guaranteed to be able to move it. But I think I'll bench it. Like, if they want to go KO that this turn, that's kind of fine. But I do want the option to find the PCL. I think that's the biggest thing is I want the option to find the PCL. So I can heal this Decidueye after it potentially gets hit by a quick shooting Inteleon. There's another Sobble, so that becomes our next focus is this Sobble. We definitely have to focus this Sobble. And there is the quick shooting Inteleon. It is online and can start using quick shooting. So that's something that we have to be scared of for sure is the quick shooting Inteleon. But yeah, I think I can bench this Sobble. Putting it down like this, I think is just kind of fine. And we're kind of all in, like I said, we're kind of all in on this Decidueye though as well. Maybe I should have put my spread damage in a couple different places. I could have like pressured this out a little bit more and then we could have KO'd like Urshifu plus this plus this. I could still go after this play though, actually. Hit this, and then keep pressuring these two instead of having pressured both Urshifus like I was doing. Although I don't know which Urshifu is going to be in the active at certain points, so that's why I was kind of doing that, just to make sure I keep pressuring both Urshifus, and then if one stays in the active and it can get one hit KO'd at some point, I can kind of take advantage of that. So that's why I was like, I liked the idea of pressuring both Urshifus, and now I definitely want to pressure this Sobble, because that can become a question as well, but they're attaching to the active here, so they're that much further away from being able to use this Inteleon as an attacker. They only have two Rapid Strike energies left. They're letting me hit this as well. They're letting me hit this Urshifu, which is a pretty big deal, because now this is like that much closer to being able to get KO'd. Here comes a quick shooting from my opponent. It's going to be a close one, though, I still think. I think this is still going to be pretty close. I could still bench. Like, if I get a Rowlet... Ooh, they got another tower there. If I get a Rowlet or a Sobble down, I think I'm still going to bench it. Because like, I forced the G-Max Rapid Flow, but they only get one prize card. They kind of lose all their energy. This was a pretty big deal, though, I feel like. Them finding that tower there was a pretty big deal. I got to capture energy, so I can just capture out a Rowlet, or I could get, once again, to protect myself from the damage. I could go get a Sobble to be able to go into a Drizzile. I like that a little bit more. And then Splitting Arrow, once again, going to hit this Sobble. And I'm still kind of on this Urshifu, because they could go into this Urshifu now and use G-Max Rapid Flow, KO this Sobble. They might go for that play. So I want to be able to have an answer for that play, to be honest. So I think I'm going to go like this, split this up like that. Because they could definitely run to this one this turn. But our prize cards are starting to take shape here. We got this to KO. This is going to come up eventually and hit us. They will definitely send that up eventually and hit us. We'll just see. It's kind of just a matter of when, I guess, more so than anything. So that's going to come up and hit us at some point. And then we're going to KO that. And then they have one Rapid Strike energy left, which if they do get that, I mean, maybe we... I don't want to say we just always lose here, but it's not looking great. There's an escape rope, so they can KO my Sobble. That kind of stinks. They're going to get the KO on this Sobble with this Urshifu. They're attaching a fighting energy here. Okay. But they're kind of out of fighting energy, it looks like, to be honest. We have to hit this. Set that thing up to get KO'd off the bench now, actually, which is a good... That's just good. Draw into another Ordinary Rod. I kind of just want to... I can't put another Sobble down, though, because then I do lose to a G-Max. I can't bench anything anymore. We're all in on this Decidueye. This is it. Splitting Arrow. Hit here. Hit the Drizzile. All right. Yeah, we're all in on... Oh, they forgot to quick shooting last turn, actually. We're all in on this Decidueye at this point, though. We get to KO this next turn, but if they have back-to-back hits with quick shoot from the waterfalls, from the quick shooting Inteleons, oh no, this actually might be enough for my opponent right here. They go to here. They can hit us for 70. So we need to top deck PCL so we don't die to get KO'd by quick shooting next turn. We have to top deck PCL this turn right now. We have to top deck PCL now or never. That is not PCL. Oh, this is such a close one, though. Oh, no, I wouldn't even be able to KO this one because they got the Rapid Strike energy. So, yeah, that's just going to be a loss here. Yeah, the Rapid Strike energy onto the Inteleons. Definitely tough to deal with. And we're going to take an L here to the Rapid Strike. It was close for a while, but it's really hard. The G-Max Rapid Flow puts a lot of pressure on us. And then, yeah, they have the Inteleons. They have like a good attacker follow-up that can kind of come out of nowhere. Whereas like most decks kind of have to build up into it. Or even saw like in the last game against the single strike Urshifu, like they had to use so many resources that they just kind of ran out of resources to be able to take KOs. It was still close. We need to try and like maybe set up like a second Decidueye before, and maybe I should have like kind of pressured benching more Pokemon earlier. I haven't played that matchup a whole ton, but I could have benched more Pokemon more aggressively and then try to get a second Decidueye out into play and kind of really put the pressure on my opponent to have the G-Max Rapid Flow every single turn to try and stop me from setting up a second Decidueye. So that maybe is how I should have tackled it. Try and get a second Decidueye set up more aggressively. But yeah, gonna take an L on that one. That's gonna do it for these games with the Decidueye. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Those are definitely the games I like to play with the Decidueye. You can hit up, you can play against your Zacians, or I'm trying to think like another matchup, your Eternatus or whatever, and just go Candy Decidueye, win the game. But those are actually like the fun games to play against with the Decidueye, where you have to really set up to be a little bit more strategic. Figure out where your damage is going, what you're gonna have to deal with on the future turns, and of course the games where you do just Candy out to Decidueye and get the free dubs are nice. But those are the games I actually have a ton of fun with personally with the Decidueye. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you enjoyed the content and you're new here, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.